Good evening, Wildcats. It's Mrs. Wolf. Today I'm going to be reading a book that's new to me, and it is called On's Anger. It's by Gail Silver. So without any further delay, On's Anger. On was in the living room building a tower, the tallest tower he'd ever built. His grandfather was in the kitchen making dinner. On, grandfather called out. Dinner is ready. On added a yellow block and smiled. The tower was almost as tall as he was. Now the red one, On whispered, placing a red block at the very top. Grandfather came in from the kitchen. What a wonderful tower. It's not done yet, On told him. Come sit down, grandfather said. You can play more after we eat. He set the plates on the table and returned to On, who was balancing a green block on top of a red one. Put your blocks down now, said grandfather. Dinner is getting cold. How many of you can connect with On in understanding that you still want to continue playing even when a grown-up is telling you it's time to do something else? On wanted to keep playing. He opened his mouth to speak, but his bottom lip quivered and the words wouldn't come. On's eyes filled with tears and he started to cry. Can any of you make a connection to how On's feeling? Sometimes you're so upset that you can't let the words come out because you're just too upset at that time. That happens even to grown-ups sometimes. Grandfather tried to put his arm around On, but On pushed him away, knocking the tower over and sending blocks flying. Go away! I hate you! Anne shouted. You're upset, said grandfather. Please go to your room and sit down with your anger. I'll come in when you're calm and able to talk. On ran into his room and leapt onto his bed. His cries grew so strong he could feel them all the way down in his belly. How do I sit with my anger, he wondered. I am so angry. Can you make a connection to On? Can you connect to how he's feeling, how mad he is, that he's angry? Finally, said a voice. I was hoping you would notice me. On lifted his head and came face to face with a hairy red creature. Can you guys predict who do you think that big hairy creature is? Take a second. And if you comment, I'll give you some pop points. Who can we predict this big, hairy red creature is? Let's find out. Who are you? Asked On. And how did you get into my room? I am your anger, said the creature. You brought me here. Did some of you predict that anger was the creature? My anger? The anger nodded. Did grandfather see you come in? I'm not supposed to talk to strangers. Don't worry, On. I'm not a stranger. I am part of you that comes out when things don't go your way. I'm right here every time you get angry. I know you feel scared when I'm around. I can make you cry and want to hit things. I can even make you say mean things to people you love. On's anger started to turn the knob of the bedroom door. Come on, he said. I'll show you. On was tempted, but grandfather had said stay in your room. Wait, On called. Maybe we can do something in here. On's anger turned and extended his hairy hand. I know just the thing. On took his anger's hand, and together they danced all around the room. They raised their arms overhead and spun wide circles. They used their breath to make sounds like strong, howling wind. They got down on their knees and pounded the ground with their hands. It sounded like they were playing drums on the earth, and On liked it. Finally, they were exhausted and ready to be still. On and his anger sat together silently. They sat. They breathed in. They breathed out. Is that a good strategy when you are feeling angry? If you take a deep breath in or you take a deep breath out? I know when I'm mad, that helps me. And they sat some more. I don't like to say mean things to people, said An, but sometimes I can't help it. I can help you, said his anger. How can you help? I thought you were the one who was making me do these things in the first place. That's true, but I'm also your friend. Whenever you feel angry, you should come and sit with me. After we spend some time together, you might feel better. Spending time with you is kind of fun, An said. Do you want to stay for dinner? I think I'll be gone before dinner, said the anger. Are you sure? Said An. We're having ice cream for dessert. An's anger smiled. An smiled back. An was tired. He took a deep breath and let out a little sigh. And when he did, his anger became smaller. An and his anger continued to breathe together. With each in-breath, An's anger got a little bit smaller, and with each out-breath, An felt a little better. An heard a gentle tapping on the bedroom door. It was Grandfather. Grandfather and An sat together. I'm sorry I didn't listen, said An. I was really angry, and I wanted to keep playing. Grandfather took An in his arms. Thank you for your kind words, he said. I sat with my anger like you asked, An said, but we didn't just sit. We danced and played too. Do you want to meet him? An looked up, but his anger was gone. Grandfather, said An, do you know what happened? I think I do, said Grandfather. You took good care of your anger, and it went away. That's right, said An. How did you know? When I was a little boy, I met with my anger too. Really? Was it because of blocks? No, laughed Grandfather. There were no blocks. Just frogs, a lily pond, a sun that wouldn't set. Come, let's eat dinner, and I'll tell you my story. And they're enjoying their dinner. So I hope you enjoyed An's anger, a story about how to control yourself when sometimes your emotions become too much. So this is a good book and some strategies to remember to deep breathe and to sit with your anger and try and, get it to calm down. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great day and we will see you soon. Bye, guys.